Hi. Um, what is it now? It's the beginning. What's fucking today? Okay, Tuesday. All right, Jesus. Every day feels the same. Um, less and less so, right? Shit's kind of, mostly back to normal. I'm in New York. I'm in Brooklyn, and if you're on Instagram, so I'm doing like the first couple of minutes of this on Instagram, and it is weird because it's hard to set it up in like uh, and also I'm probably sideways to you guys, right? Whatever. So point being, this is uh this goes out live on YouTube right now, and then it'll be an audio podcast right after that. So, um, shit. I swear to God, I didn't sleep in. I know I'm like fucking yawning, and it's 2:15 p.m., but that's because I fucking got up at 3 in the morning every day, because that's what winners do. All right. Those people that always are like, dude, if you drive by a gym in the morning, it's all fucking BMWs and Mercedes at 5 a.m. because those are the fucking successful ones. The ones that get up at 2 in the morning because they went to bed at midnight because all they do is fucking work until their hands are bloody. And then you're like, yeah, but you could also fucking get 7 hours of sleep and do that. Why does it have to be like the most extreme fucking thing? Um, I read some study that like the healthiest countries um, rated by sleep, and it's not always like there's a correlation but not causation, if I'm even using that term right. They rated countries that are healthy, and then they were like, well, how much do these motherfuckers sleep? And a lot of people are sleeping like 6-7 hours, and then they go, there's countries that sleep 8 or 9 and are not as healthy. So it's like all the shit that you think you, I guess, need. You're like, I have to sleep 7 or 8 hours, otherwise I'm not healthy. And then there's people that sleep 4 hours and are doing great. But there's so many other things that factor in, like, your health and shit. Are you wearing these super soft, snuggly hoodies when you go to sleep, like me? That's another thing. You fucking, dude, quality of sleep. Ooh, yeah, look at this right here. Dude, tell me about this quality of sleep right now. Putting this fucking Sherpa-y hoodie on right there. Dude, I can get 4 hours like that. It's going to be better than 8 hours with just a fucking t-shirt. What did I get last night? I got 6 or 7, but then I had to probably take a piss at like 3 in the morning, but I didn't wake up. So then I had, I don't know, 3.5 hours worth of dreams that involved trying to get into various restrooms that were closed for some fucking reason. Um, Listen, if you're on those, hold on, those people are dead on the inside. Yeah, the ones that fucking sleep for 2 hours, because like, what do they want out of life? That's it. You like gotta make that fucking million, bro. Um, Hold on. See, I'm missing comments. I'd be in a coma without level of comfort. Dude, it's especially, well, when you don't sleep ultra comfortable is when you have to get up early. Then I'm like, crank the air conditioning or the heat, drink a gallon of fucking water because I'm so nervous I'll miss a flight. All right. Go to my YouTube for the rest of this episode. You guys are done. How do I even get out of here? How do you end a live thing on fucking Instagram? Like this? Oh, yeah. Okay. Um, So, all right. Sorry, let me fucking close this stupid Instagram discard. I don't fucking know, dude. Yes, discard video. Fuck you. All right. So look, I just wanted to try that out because I don't know. Maybe it'll fucking get people to migrate over. Um, who knows anymore, man? Who fucking cares? All I know is we're here together, and that's all that matters. Let me drink some more of this. Dude, I was gonna do this episode yesterday, but then I was on a fucking long call with customer service at Apple. Um, here's the deal with like, here's how I fight the system, right? I will get a product from some company where you kind of almost have no choice anymore, where it's like, oh, I want this thing. No one sells it or has it in stock in all of fucking Brooklyn, so you have to go on Amazon. It's like one of those. And then I'll find like half a thing wrong with it, and then I will go online or call customer service and get some amount of money back, either all of it, half, some kind of gift card. And I'm good at it. I've done it for so many years because I just have, like, I know that these companies don't fucking care about us at all. That's just the way it is. That's why they're so profitable. They're like, we'll make bullshit, you know, hunks of plastic basically in a factory, and then we'll sell them to you, and then they'll just fall apart in 2 months. And then when you have a problem with it, they'll go, just fucking buy another one. We don't give a fuck about you. And that's sort of, their attitude. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm not going to like steal from, stores or companies or whatever, but I'll always try and get something back out of it. That's how I fight the system. I once got I ordered a refrigerator from fucking, this is 10, 12, 13 years ago. And it was from, say, like, I don't know, Lowe's or like one of those places that sells like appliances, Best Buy, I don't fucking know. And I moved into this apartment in LA and I didn't have a fridge. And it was one of like the rare places that like didn't come with like a major appliance. And I was like, what? I thought you guys were going to put in a fridge. Fuck. So I needed one kind of quick. So I was like, shit. I didn't have like fucking barely had fridge money back then. So I'm like, all right, just find the cheapest fridge I can find. And the cheapest one at the time was like 400 or something. I was like, fuck, all right. And I was like, this is a shitty fridge. There's no way it should be even $400. And I was like, what can you do? I got to get it. So I ordered the fridge and they were like, well, the good news is we'll ship it to you in like 48 hours. I was like, yeah, great. Okay. And I wait the 48 hours. It's not there. And I'm like, where is the fridge? I call and they're like, oh, yeah, it didn't get sent out of the warehouse until today. I was like, first of all, don't have that level of fucking apathy. Oh, yeah. And I know I never go after the employees, because they barely fucking care either. But I'm like, what do you mean they said 48 hours? Like, yeah, well, sometimes. I'm like, no, not sometimes. You said this, and I'm assuming it factors into the cost. So fucking put me in contact with the next person up. And I'm like, hey, what's the deal? And they're like, oh, well, this happens. I go, and I'm sure most people hang up the phone after that. They go, huh? Oh, it happens? All right, well, I wouldn't even know what to do next, because what am I just going to say? Please send it faster. And you guys will go, there's nothing we can do. Well, try coming down to fucking Lowe's and saying, no one will know. Well, you don't even know where our warehouse is. What are you going to show up to our corporate office? Good luck finding that. So I just will not stop escalating the fucking channel. I'll go to that supervisor until one of them finally goes, fuck, this is one of the ones that just won't let it go. All right, we got to make them go away. So I got $200 off of that fridge. And I was like, yeah, this is great. I mean, that wouldn't have happened if I got off the phone like 4 minutes earlier. And $200 is like a big chunk of change when you can barely afford a fucking refrigerator. So I was like, dude, I'm going to start doing this with anything that, like a big company, not some mom and pop shop that I'm like, give me free shit, If anything, this is for the mom and pop shops. Gotta fucking chip a little off and keep it for yourself. And then I'll take that 200 and fucking redistribute that wealth in the neighborhood, Do I need ice cube tray? Maybe I'll buy them down the street with this $200. Need to stock my fridge with stuff? Go to a local fucking supermarket. I'm pretty much Robin Hood is what I'm trying to get at. I'm a digital Robin Hood. So as the years have gone on, I have developed just like this rhythm that I can get into. I'm like, all right, something went wrong. Here's what we do. We got to like start with the chat window, get a record down of who's saying what. And then almost always someone will lie to you. They'll go, oh, yeah, we promise this will happen. And whatever the promise is, we'll send it out the next day. It never does. Then you have a record of it. And then you can call customer service and then just be outraged. Are you the type of company who lies to your customer? Is that part of the training? You train them. Here's how to answer the phone. Oh, you've gotten that down? Here's how to fucking lie to everyone's face. Is that what you guys do at Amazon? So you kind of go down that road. And I can like get $50 to $150, depending on how much the thing is. Usually within like 1 or 2 phone calls, I'll get them to either feel bad or just be like, I don't want to deal with this person. And they should just almost immediately go, oh yeah, this is wrong. Click, here's the thing. And I say that because Amazon, they are like a multi-billion-dollar corporation. And those are the ones that usually are just like, you'll never reach us. There's too much bureaucracy here. There's not enough people you could possibly talk to. And the people that do make those decisions, they don't have time for it. But for some reason, Amazon is like all about the customer service. You're like, hey, this went wrong. Before you can blink, there's like a gift card in your Amazon account. You're like, cool. So if they can do it, so can any other multi-billion-dollar corporation. And down to even like, the Best Buys and the mid-level ones, they have to factor that into the cost of stuff. And most people, I don't think, complain long enough. But I do. I will keep going. I got a pair of AirPod Pros a few years ago from Amazon. And they didn't ship them when they said they would. And I was like, where are they? I want them. And I got on Amazon chat with someone and they were like, what do you want us to do? They're not in stock and this and that. I'm like, oh, you guys said they'll be here in this time and I need them for phone calls. I made it sound like my personal business was going to fall apart if I didn't have these headphones in my ears in a day. And I dropped I've been a loyal Amazon customer. I am outraged that you people would lie to me. I have it right here in the chat. We'll send it out the next day. It never came. And then there was no record that anyone ever said that. So they just thought they could lie and get away with it. I have a record. You guys are liars. Is that what you want? Then the lady like put me on hold for, she just went, oh, I can't believe it. I heard her under her breath. I can't believe it. So then she goes into the computer and you just hear like click, 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 click. And then she goes, listen, you've been a loyal Amazon customer since 2000, 5. I'm gonna send these AirPods out, and I'm gonna make sure they get to you within 48 hours, and I'm gonna issue a refund. I go, what do you mean? Like, and then I have to rebuy them? So you refund the pair that never came, and then I rebuy these, and they just show up in 2 days? She goes, no, we're giving them to you. And they were like new at the time. That's why they didn't have them in stock. And I was like, you guys are just giving me brand new AirPod Pros? What? I didn't even know what to fucking say, because I was like loaded up with the next, how dare you people, that kind of thing. Free AirPod Pros. I use them to this day. And I'll be an Amazon shopper until the fucking day I die. I don't like them, but, you know, people pick their brands, and it's usually like what's on the surface. You know, you base what they're like, you know, on how Jeff Bezos acts or the things they say and do. All their business practices are just like, oh, they're not paying people, the union, fucking warehouse conditions and all that stuff. Apple's the same. They're just as fucking bad, but they just look sleeker and shinier and like they care about the world. They're doing the same fucking shit. And I'll tell you this, they don't care nearly the same about customer service as Amazon does. Not anywhere fucking close. And I took my skills.
Very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you.
Did you guys hear that? Why? Hold on. Could you hear that? Because I couldn't hear that. Hold on. I'm so awful at this. That should do it. Hold on. Here's what I've developed.
Very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you.
I can't tell if I can't hear. Can you hear this?
Very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you.
One customer service person once told me, like, you have a set of skills that's good for this. And I was like, just like the Taken guy. So now,
very particular set of skills.
And I won't fucking stop until I get something. And my latest target is Apple. And I thought they'd be like somewhat like Amazon, you know? I was just going to call and be like, hey, you know, I got this computer and the new ones came out like a couple months later and you've devalued the fuck out of it like a brand new computer. I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. Like, how can you sell us a product for this much and then only a couple months later cut the value down like fucking how they used to do it? Like, when you bought a car, the moment it left the lot, it was like 70% below whatever the retail value. And you're like, guys, this is crazy. Like, at least give me a better trade-in value for something I just got. And they were like, we can't. That's just the way it is. One person over the phone said, do you have an aunt or uncle that would buy it? What the fuck? I didn't call for you to fucking remind me what my social circles are like. I'm going to you motherfuckers for this. And they wouldn't do it. They're just like, no, we don't set the rates. I'm like, yeah, you do. And they're like, no, go to one of the other trade-in companies. So like Gazelle or any of these other ones. They don't even have the current MacBook Air listed under trade-ins. And guess what they're going to wait for? Apple to determine their trade-in value. And then they will do the exact same number. That's just what happens. And they're like, oh, well, maybe one of them will do it. I go, you're missing the point. Why are you guys even doing this to the consumer? You don't care about the consumer. And this lady actually told me, well, we do, but, you know, we have to consider our shareholders and all. And I was just like, none of this phone call has to do with a dissatisfied customer right now. All you're talking about is making sure your shareholders are happy. I'm pretty sure they're doing just fucking fine. You guys are making $1 trillion. That's like cartoon money. Trillion. So I was like, well, I want you guys to do something about this because this is like borderline insulting. You're going to like charge me $1,700 for a brand new computer. 2 months later, it's worth $700. And the new pros come out. And I was like, well, maybe I can trade up. And then and then the new Airs that they take in for 700, then they go resell for 1,400, which is 200 less than what you get it for. And you're like, you guys are making double profit off the same computer. You can't give an inch, you can't give a few hundred more dollars for a brand new. Well, I'm not talking about, hey, I want to trade in my 2012 MacBook Air, which at this point the trade-in value would probably be like, you owe us $100 for even fucking asking. So I was like, well, if you can't make that decision, send me to someone who can. Because
Very particular set of skills. Skills I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you.
and I'll take those skills and apply them to the next person, the person after that, until I get something. Either a higher trade in value, give me a gift card, give me fucking. So she was like, no, I'm not doing it. I was like, well, you're not gonna. So you don't have the power to make any sort of change, but you refuse to let me talk to someone else that will. She's like, I just don't see that it's gonna get you anywhere. I'm like, why don't you let me determine that? It's not even your fuck. Just send me to the person. And she said, well, you can contact corporate. I'm like, great. How? She's like, it's on apple.com. I'm like, what do you mean? The information? You know how hard it is to find any support on fucking any website? You have to fucking dig so deep. And even then, it's just fucking like, that's the email, general@company.com or whatever the fuck. So I was like, well, can't you just, we're on the phone. Can't you just give me some corporate email? She goes, it's on apple.com. She was like fucking mad. You could see, like, her attitude was probably like, it's on apple.com. Like, arms crossed. My charm didn't work on him. Like, she was trying to fucking like sweet talk me off the phone. It was so stupid. She's like, listen, I can tell that you're passionate about this and you're, super smart and ready to fucking get what you want. And I respect that. I respect you. She literally said, I love and respect you. And I'm like, what did you say, lady? You love me? You don't even fucking know. I'm a voice on the other end of the phone. You love me all of a sudden? She goes, yeah, no, I mean it. I go, I don't care if you mean it. You don't know me. So even saying it is insane. I'm like, why are we wasting our time talking about how you feel about me? Why don't you just recognize how I feel as a fucking consumer and do something about it? But she was just like, no, there's nothing we can do. I'm like, oh, there's always someone who can do something. It's whether or not they choose to is what I want to get to the bottom. So I'm contacting Apple Corporate, and I'm going to use
Very particular set of skills. Skills I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you.
and then I'm going to get something out of it. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you posted. Did I tell you about these new stickers? I did, right? See, I'm all about the fucking customer. When people buy something from me, I throw stuff in, man. I go, here's some extra shit because you deserve it. You were good to me, I'll be good to you. I got these stickers made. So the artist Box Graphic, Grafik on Instagram, great designer, did these cool stickers with like the different hairstyles I've had over the last few years. This is the current one. So I'm giving these to Patreon people, and I'll maybe put some in with some like any merch orders and stuff. And I'll bring some probably on the road along with the other like sticker packs and stuff that with the podcast stickers and all that. So I'm adding more and more dates as we speak. A lot of them are down south, like Houston, Alabama, Georgia. They're all linking together. A lot of that's going to be in January. So once they all get finalized, they'll be up on the website and all that stuff. And if you're a fucking Patreon subscriber, you get free tickets. Worth it? Think so. So go to that. Go to the Patreon. And check it out. Give it a shot. There's an I'm on the fence tier, which is like $3 a month, which fucking come on. Anyone can do that. So you just fucking feel it out. Get in on the Discord chat rooms and we can talk about whatever you want. I check those like as if they're my fucking text. I am fucking with you on those. Anyway, that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow, probably.
It's the end of the show. Like, subscribe, and comment. Don't be a dick.